Hello, beautiful Virgos. I hope that everyone is doing amazing at this time. Happy new moon in Taurus that peaks tonight here. Well, I don't know. I'm in California, but anyways, happy new moon, my loves. Thank you for being here. I'm Erica. I'm a psychic medium and an oracular priestess. So nice to meet you. Those of you guys returning, welcome back, mi amors. All right, so I was getting for you guys a song, and it just came through so fast, so quick, so loud, and it's by Journey. Okay, Don't Stop Believin'. Don't stop believing, right? Hold on to that feeling, right? Okay, so everyone knows that song. But you may want to just pay attention to the lyrics, okay? Because I don't know all the words off the top of my head, but I'm just getting to let you know that that song is significant, and obviously Don't Stop Believin'. We'll tap into that right now, but the lyrics are going to have a message for you or a confirmation for you, or you know what I mean? Okay, so let's go ahead and, okay. This was on the bottom of the deck, the She-Wolf. Okay, so I'm going to take this because I split the deck to start shuffling, and I split it on the wolf. So immediately, which is kind of funny because I have one of my spirit animal decks right here. And there is a wolf card in that deck, but I felt called to pull it out for you guys before I started the message. So it's just funny we're starting with the wolf animal. Okay, so I'm getting a lot of past life energy here. This is about the she-wolf, unleash the wild within. And I'm kind of getting that, right? It's don't stop believing, send your manifestations up, work with the moon cycles. And specifically right now, we're literally having the new moon, right? So even if you find this 5 years from now and there's not a new moon, it doesn't matter. It's the same message of manifestation, visualization, connection to the celestial realm, to the moon phases. And I'm getting many of you guys tuning in, you really connect with the moon. You love sitting under the stars and looking at the moon. You feel different when there's a full moon and certain moon phases or a new moon. And I feel that you use the moon energy accordingly, again, with releasing, doing different kind of healing work, setting intentions, manifestation. But also what I'm getting is making moon water, using the moon to charge crystals and things of that nature, tarot decks, all of that, right? And if you don't do that, then maybe that's something that you are called to do, okay? So, you'll know how it connects with you. Sorry, guys. I'm just moving my cards around. Okay, so I'm going to take the wolf. And then after the wolf, which speaks of winter, take care of your needs. And I feel like that's what you guys have been doing, to be honest. And I feel like now is a time to unleash the wild within. For some of you guys, you need to take care of your needs. Throw self-care, self-love into yourself, make sure you're, nourishing your body, resting, grounding, connecting, all of the things, right? The wolf spirit animal could be, a synchronicity to you. Someone could have a wolf tattoo, or just maybe you've always been very drawn to the wolf spirit animal. But the winter speaks of the cold. It speaks of the barren. It's the death, the void. Okay. So I feel like that's kind of right. So many of us collectively have been in this energy for, months now, right? And now literally in the Northern Hemisphere, we're in springtime and the blossoms are blooming, the flowers are blooming, the everything's growing and lush and do you know what I mean? Very fertile energy. And that's what I'm kind of getting is springtime energy. It's you're moving out of the winter. You've been very protected through the winter. Also with this card right here, the She-Wolf, I feel this is a direct past life for a lot of you guys tuning in, where you connect maybe to the Native American energy, and you've just always been very drawn to it. I'm specifically seeing turquoise jewelry, which is funny because, right? So I feel there's just certain things, that you're very in tune with, nature and the earth, And I think that's maybe why some of you guys too, and other past lives and just whatever, but your soul is very drawn to the celestial realm, to the, you know, to astrology, to the planets, to the stars, you know, to the moon, to, right? And that's maybe also why some of you guys, if you are very drawn to the wolf or connect with it, maybe that's part of it. With the Unleash the Wild Within, I'm kind of like getting like, just have fun, like go kind of crazy, right? Go wild within, you know, obviously in like a right responsible manner, but it's like just kind of let loose. I'm also getting, you know, who cares what they think? Okay. So, you know, that could be about anything, you know, that could be like, you know, oh, I'm you know, I want to go dancing, but, you know, I'm not a very good dancer. Well, first of all, like, don't judge yourself, right? Secondly, you know, who cares? Like, it's because the only reason why you're like, oh, I'm not a good dancer is because maybe someone said something to you before, or you can feel people watching you when you dance and like have looks and judgment and energy and things like that, right? But who are they is the point, right? Now take this same analogy and plug it into life in all these different, you know, ways. Okay, maybe a lot of you guys have family members who are judgmental or who don't understand, you know, going through a spiritual awakening or just certain things that you align with now as, you know, before. It makes people very uncomfortable when we awaken because we change, we shift, we transform, okay, is the better word. We transform. And it makes them uncomfortable because we're no longer the version of ourselves whom they knew, whom they, you know, connected with. Okay. So it's like, right. And it makes them very uncomfortable. And the way that they'll show that is by, you know, being passive aggressive or saying things, or even just not being passive aggressive and maybe just being rude. You know what I mean? So take it how it connects for you, but it's like the message is very loud and clear of like, do you, boo? Like, who cares what people think? Who cares what people say? Okay. I split the deck again and we get the High Priestess, harness mystic power. Now in this deck, this for me is Isis. It's Mother Isis. So ancient Egypt could be very relevant. You could be getting, I'm hearing the word relic. Okay, so maybe you've always been drawn to like ancient relics. I don't know. There could be an ancient relic that comes to you. Bastet is right here too. So goddess Bastet. Okay, black cats could be relevant, or cats in general. You're someone that maybe just really connects to the cat. If you do, you're my kind of person, because I am a total cat mom. Mother Isis is coming through, like blessing you. She's also wanting to work with you. So if you don't already connect with her, again, same thing, like just meditate, kind of call her in, maybe do an Isis meditation or listen to Isis frequencies. But it's really simple, is just to, you know, connect with them, set the intention, call them in, ask them for guidance, signs, confirmation, you know, help, assistance, divine intervention, whatever it is. Okay. But she's saying to me right now, like, it's time to grab on to your magic. Okay. So it says harness mystic power. So it's like she's like going, here you go. Just so you know, it's time for you to, you know, use your magic, use your power, you know, things of that nature. Okay. You could be called to ancient Egypt, or to Egypt. You could be called to ancient Egypt. You're gonna have to travel back in time. But no, like, I feel like you just have like past life ties, like ancient Egypt, and then like I said, the Native American stuff here too. You are harnessing mystic power, by the way. So a lot of you guys are already doing this. Okay, it's like your powers, quote powers, right? They have grown, they've expanded, your gifts have expanded while you've been in this like wintry void. Okay, you may have felt like things were just been like kind of like difficult or stressful, chaotic. You know, maybe like where things like maybe go wrong, like, you know, because kind of what I'm getting is like, when will I catch a break? I think there's a helicopter flying over, which is kind of, it's really random because I mean, I live out in the farmland out in the country, and I mean, we get, you know, planes and stuff every, you know, they fly over here and there, but like a helicopter. So the propeller, the helicopter, I'm trying to get up to see if I see it. I can hear it. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Let's open the window. Okay. Well, whatever. Someone could be like, maybe a helicopter pilot or something like that. Okay. Or maybe that's something that you've like always wanted to do is like, become a pilot or get your license for that, or you know what I mean? More than anything, I'm just getting like propeller. And I don't even know, like, I think that's right. That's what it's called, right? The propeller. But it's like things are propelling forward now. Okay. And with the helicopter flying high up in the sky, I'm getting that too. It's like you're propelling forward, you're flying higher, things are lifting, you've elevated. So the timelines that you guys are like now moving into, it's like the old paradigm has collapsed. You may have to like let some things go. If you feel resistance around any areas or behaviors or patterns, whatever it is, that's where you go. That's where you release, right? The stuff that's like the hardest to do, that's where we go. So, okay, look at this. I split the deck, literally, you guys. We have White Buffalo Woman here, okay, of the Hopi. And she's very, and I specifically said, I was very drawn to Native American, past lives. She's an ascended master, okay? And she is connected to she's White Buffalo Calf Woman, okay? So she's the great white buffalo. That is her animal symbol. So the buffalo, the bison. The buffalo is the only animal, and that's why the natives like worship them basically, right? Is because the buffalo represents an extreme amount of perseverance and strength. Because the buffalo turns around when there's a storm, when there's thunder, lightning, hail, whatever it is. All the other animals, they can sense when a storm is coming in. So they take cover, they go hide, they burrow, whatever it is, right? They find shelter. Not the bison. The bison hits the storm head on, okay? It stands in the storm head on. So that's you guys, Virgo. It's like you guys have been hitting the storms of life head on. And then the other part of the deck, like literally, I went on and on and on about channeling the spring and how it's a fertile energy that I'm picking up on for you. And you've been in winter and, right? And then look there it is. Spring has sprung, my loves. See your seeds grow. Wow. Like crazy, right? And then the other one confirms the Native American energy. So the Peacekeeper says, let go of the need to be right. And then spring, see your seeds grow. Okay. So, she's the Peacekeeper, right? So it's about keeping the peace, Virgo. I mean, there could be people who are just like super, annoying, judgmental or whatever, right? And I say that with compassion and love, obviously, because, most of the time when people are like that, it's because they are not enlightened. They're not, right? They're in a deep separation with their soul, and disconnect with their soul. So it's about embracing the compassion and being the peacekeeper. And it's like, it doesn't matter what other people do. You have the choice and free will to be observant versus reactive, right? And I feel you guys are. I feel like you guys are being more observant. I'm not saying it's easy to do. I mean, it's definitely not easy to do at times, but it does get easier and easier the more we connect to that, right? Oh my gosh. See, look at this. The shaman is showing up. And what's funny about that is when she first came out, the wolf lady, I was getting shamanism, shamanic energy very, very strongly. And, the Native Americans, I mean, there's shamanism all over the world and all cultures and, right, ancient stuff and all that. But the Native Americans were very, they had shamans. They had, right? Okay. So I feel that. I feel that you could have some shaman ancestors that are helping you, guiding you, watching you. But I feel for a lot of you guys, that's why I was getting shaman. That's right. Because when you become a shaman, you have to go through the medicine wheel and all 4 directions and all these things, right? And I was drawn to this little thing up here, and it reminded me of like north, south, east, west, right? Like that. And I was getting the 4 directions, and then I was getting shamanic journey, shamanic work. So for some of you guys, it's a part of your past lives, and you're being called to like, pursue that. And I think if that's for you, you already know that, and that's just confirmation even further. Okay. And I don't know, for some of you guys, maybe in the not too far future, you'll start getting a lot of shamanic, references and shaman this and shaman that. And it might start like resonating more on a deeper level of like, oh, okay. So, all right. So I'm going to go ahead and switch decks now. If this is like resonating so far, my loves, please, please, please be sure to hit the like button. Definitely if you're new here, subscribe. We would love, love, love to have you here in the Soul Tribe. Yeah, just thank you for co-creating this message with me, right? Because this message is coming through and I'm channeling for you, right? So thank you so much. Okay, so let's get some romance angels. Let's kind of like transition the energy a little bit, okay? I'm hearing Nevada, and then I heard Nevada City. Okay, so I know it's like so random, but that's how it works, guys. It just stuff comes through. Okay, I'm getting the name Jessica, and then I'm also hearing Rebecca and Cindy. Okay, and now I'm hearing Lazarus. And as soon as I heard Lazarus and I looked over, the timestamp was 1616, 7-7, which sevens are a very highly spiritual number. So for some of you guys, this is about, Lazarus, the story of Lazarus, right? Jesus resurrected him from the dead, which is very high level work to do. You have very strong ties maybe to biblical times or Jesus. But for me, what this is about, it's about new growth with spring after a time of barren, winter, which I said was like death, right? Death and then rebirth. Everything's coming back to life now for you, okay? And the story of Lazarus is resurrection. So, okay, so let's see here. So the first card out is trust. And immediately when this card hit my desk, I started hearing that Journey song. Don't stop believing. And that's this, my love. So this is confirmation about love coming into your life. About, I also feel that I'm hearing a trustworthy prospect. So there's someone that is a prospect in, divine love, union, and it is very trustworthy is the message, okay? It's taken some time to arrive. Okay, I'm seeing the Ace of Pentacles in my mind's eye. So there's some kind of very solid like offer that is like moving, materializing, manifesting into your life. I'm not saying it's going to happen tomorrow, but I don't know, over some time, the next maybe 3 to 6 weeks is what I want to say. Definitely don't overthink that. Just surrender to that and be open to it, okay? The situation is calling for you to have faith. Don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. Okay, and now, like with the word faith, someone's name could be Faith. You could also, I don't know, Faith Hill or a Faith Hill song could be relevant. But what I want to say here about faith is I'm getting, speaking of journey, I'm hearing that other song, one of their other big songs, Faithfully. Faithfully, dun, 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 right? So, okay. And that's a love song. Okay, so there could be this like deep, beautiful, faithful companion coming into your life. Romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Yeah. Someone shows up unexpectedly is what I'm getting. It's like you're just like, running to the grocery store to buy a loaf of bread, right? And then you're standing in line, and then the person that gets in line behind you is the one. That's what I'm getting here. It's like, they say like, the greatest loves have the best love stories of like how they met, and that doesn't have to be true for everything, for every, love out there, but it is very common, it's crazy. Like just me being who I am and doing what I do with work, I see things on a large scale, and I connect with a lot of people in regards to divine unions and love, etc. And it is wild. It is wild the way, you know, twin flames meet again and their story and this and that, right? So take it how it connects for you, my loves, but there's definitely a good love story here. So, you know what I mean? Like, so maybe you don't want to run to the store, like, looking all, like, you know, haggard. I'm just kidding. But seriously. But I feel that this is just, like, it's exploring romantic feelings with someone here, okay? So, and it's beautiful, and there's, like, angels all around. These are like spirit babies, spirit children, you know, like on the other side. Some of them are ready, they're guiding you guys, helping, because they want to bring you guys together. It's like they want to incarnate, okay? That's their soul's mission, or their soul's trying to incarnate. And, you know, one of the two of you would be the vessel. Okay, or it's just, or it's just, you know, children that maybe you and this person, right, have had in past lives, right, that are, you know, your children, but also basically like angels and ancestors to you as well. Let's get one more. Playfulness. And then look at this, see? You guys, you can't make it up. Okay, so playfulness came out, but bottom of the deck right here. I was just talking about the past lives and the spirit babies, and right, look at that. There it is, past life relationship, okay? So it says you've known each other before. Yeah, you have, definitely, definitely. You can see behind them, it's like the stones, and it almost, for me, this always reminds me of like the stone circles. It's like Jamie and Claire from Outlander, okay? Outlander, Jamie and Claire, that love story, that was like a crazy love story, obviously, right? And it was a great love, but you have, this is a very like powerful past life connection that you have, okay? But it's also, you know, very solid, very playful. It's like you're just like having fun, flirty, you know, falling in love with each other. That's this. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. To recapture romance, you know what I'm getting with this is like just recapturing romance in general in your lives again. To recapture romance, remember, you know, be open, let your heart be open, trust, you know, take a leap of faith, you know, don't, you know, overthink it all and control, you know, just have fun, be playful. Allow things to go naturally. That's what I'm getting here. Okay, to recapture that romance once more in your life. Okay. You know, and for some of you guys, that recapture and then past life relationship, it could literally be someone from past, you know, from your past that you know, connected to before. Where we at? 23 minutes. Okay. If you guys want to work with me one-on-one, you know, and connect with my gifts, you know, whether it's a general reading, a past life Akashic reading, an energetic healing session, whatever it is, you can find the information in the description box below. I'm not done. I'm not done. I want to give these a... So going back to like Isis, you could be getting a lot of references to Isis, you know, ancient Egypt. I think for most of you guys, you know, if this is for you, it'll resonate with you where like, you know, you're watching readings and then, you know, the reader talks about Isis or pulls Isis cards, or you're online, you know, on Instagram or something, and you see like a meme or a reel or something, or someone's talking about her, or I don't know. She's calling out to some of you guys. The card that came out is the Six of Cups, past life soulmates, literally. Like, it's just like, you know, just put the cards away, right? Just keep channeling. But no, I love the cards. This is someone that you've definitely been intertwined with many, it's like deep roots here. Okay. Deep, deep roots. It's very serendipitous. And that's why I was getting like, the great love story, because even though it sounds, you know, I don't know, cliche or whatever, it's not. It's actually not cliche. Cliche is everyone thinks that they have some great love story, but all it really is some kind of karmic situation that turns toxic. It's not, you know, a lot of people portray happiness and perfectionism in their connections or relationships, but on, you know, behind closed doors, and the truth of it all is it's not. So that's more cliche to me than this, is the point. This right here is not cliche at all. Okay, so your cliche days of love are over, Virgo. Let's go ahead and clarify this real quick. So there's a past life soulmate that is manifesting, that is, you guys, it's recapturing the fun and the, you know, and the playfulness and the love and the certainty and the trust and the, you know, you guys have faith in one another. You lift each other up. Everything I said. Okay, so we have the Death card coming out. Scorpio energy. And I'm getting endings bring beginnings. So, you know, maybe you've been, right, closing cycles, Virgo. You've had endings, Virgo. This could be someone, you know, obviously, that maybe you had an ending with before. This would not be a karmic partner from the past or a karmic, you know, relationship. Okay, so, and I say that because I don't channel, I don't connect to that kind of energy on my channel. Like I don't channel those kinds of connections. The only time that kind of energy comes through is if we're talking about maybe someone from the past, or if I'm channeling like the divine masculines, you know, or something, and someone's in a third party with a karmic. That's it. So this is like beautiful, you know, this is really beautiful. So if it was someone you had an ending with, it was just right person, wrong time. It had to be about divine timing. But I know for a fact, a lot of you guys, this is going to be going back to that unexpected energy. This is going to be someone new. It's just intense because of how deeply rooted and intertwined your past lives have been together. Okay, so 9 of Swords. For some of you guys, this person watches you or sees you somehow, like on social media or at work, or, you know, I don't know. But I'm getting nervous to approach. So that's why we have like the 9 of Swords here. It's like very anxious. You know, they could be like just like, you know, losing sleep, or just so anxious, you know, your anxiety kicks up and it's like makes it hard to sleep. And I think that's because like this, whoever this is, it's because how strongly they like feel the connection with you. Okay, and then the other scenario that I'm getting is like if it's someone new, it's just like they see you, and immediately when they see you, their anxiety kicks into like high gear, okay, about, you know, I don't know, communicating or whatever. Walking up to you, you know, introducing themselves. All right. The Devil. Okay, so yeah, for a lot of you guys, this is someone, you know, that you maybe knew right from the past, and they've been going through a big death of the ego. Yeah, judgment. They were under judgment from the universe. Yep. Yep. And look at that. Justice. The judgment was called by the universe. They were under judgment from the universe because they needed to balance a lot within, as within, so without. Okay, so then they started balancing their outer reality too. It's like justice has been served. Karma has been cleared. There's been balance restored. It's like that. Okay, and this, again, what did I say about Lazarus and resurrection, and even Jesus, the resurrection, right? There it is right there. Judgment speaks of resurrection. We've got 4 major arcanas here. And all of them are just like so powerful, right? Like, I mean, just in general, the major arcanas are, but Death card, Justice, Judgment, right? The Devil. I immediately got The Devil Wears Prada. I just saw 2929, which is 1111. So I don't know, maybe you know, something about Prada, but I'm just getting The Devil Wears Prada, like just because it looks like expensive or good, or like, you know what I mean? Like it looks good out on the outside doesn't mean it necessarily is on the inside, kind of a thing is what I want to say. Someone has definitely learned some big lessons here about that kind of stuff, okay? Whether it's you or this other person, probably both. It's like, you've had a lot of, first of all, Virgo, you've had a lot of tests of discernment in life. Like you've really had to go through some stuff to learn, excuse me, sorry, to really hone in on your intuition and your discernment of like, can I trust this? And we have trust, okay? And you've gotten really good at seeing reading between the lines and reading the room. So now it's like people can't really pull anything over on you. You know what I mean? Like you're going to see it, 100 miles away. So basically, whoever this is coming forward or coming into your life or whatever it is someone you can trust, okay? Because, you're attracting in and calling in someone who is the polar opposite of what you've had to, use your intuition for in the past. You know what I mean? So, okay. And then look at this. Bottom of the deck is the Star card with the Empress, with the Daughter of Pentacles. Okay. So, someone's like really nervous to approach. Those of you guys, this is a past person. And for some of you guys, maybe this is a new person and they see you and they want to like reach out to you, DM you, email you. I don't know. And they are nervous. There's a lot of nervousness. It just means it's because you're vibrating at this very high level of the Empress, unless maybe you're an Emperor, Divine Masculine, and you're moving towards an Empress. Just take it how it goes. But it is straight up destiny or the stars aligning and a very healing time of life for the Empress here. Okay? So it's like all the things that are coming into your life, they add value. They bring healing. It's not like things come in and it's just like depleting and right? You've ascended beyond that. Okay. So, wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 major arcanas, Virgo, and only 2 minor arcanas. And the 6 of Cups for me is such a powerful card. But this is insane. Like, this is crazy. This is major, like the universe itself showing up and letting you know, like, what is happening here for you. What's meant to happen, right? Okay. So anyways, loves, this is what I've got for you. I hope that this connects with you. Thank you again. Happy new moon. Be sure that you set your intentions, that you really think about what it is that you want to call into your timelines at this time, because you are a very powerful manifester at this very given moment. Think about those wishes, okay, that you want to bring in and call it in, my loves. All right? So thank you again. I send love. Have a beautiful day.